SAfm, South Africa's news and information leader.
Thanks, Bongi. A Quobus Mayberg painting is removed from an art exhibition in Nelspruit, and a car bomb attacks kill at least 20 in Iraq. That's in the news this hour. Good afternoon. A painting depicting President Jacob Zuma and former President Nelson Mandela as whites has been removed from an art exhibition in Nelspruit, Mpumalanga. The painting was created by artist Quobus Mayberg. The artwork was intended to form part of the exhibition scheduled to open today as part of the Mbombela local municipality's celebration of World Art Day. The painting also depicts former Prime Ministers Hendrik Verwoerd and John Vorster, as well as former Presidents P.W. Botha and F.W. de Klerk as blacks. Mbombela local municipality spokesperson Bessie Pina.
The manager of the Arts and Culture Unit of the Mbombela local municipality evaluates and screens artwork that are considered to be exhibited, and he may decide to exhibit a specific painting or not. They were still busy setting up the World Art exhibition when this painting, it was just not decided to hang it. As the department is responsible for the gallery, it's within our duty to screen, evaluate and decide on any art piece that will be displayed in the Mbombela Art Gallery.
With less than 1,000 days left to reach the Millennium Development Goal number 5 of reducing under 5 deaths, calls have been made for urgent action to be taken to prioritize newborn health. Poor health care, complications during pregnancy and labor, and inadequate maternal care during pregnancy have been cited as the reasons behind the high neonatal deaths. Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa carry the heaviest burden. UNICEF Deputy Executive Director Geeta Rao Gupta.
The data show that the rate of neonatal mortality is reducing at half the speed of maternal mortality and 1/3 slower than child deaths that occur after the first month of life, which is why newborn deaths represent a growing percentage of child deaths, about 43% in 2011, up from 36% in 1990. We know that the heaviest burden of neonatal and maternal deaths falls on South Asia and Sub-Saharan Africa.
Head of Food Safety Initiative at the Consumer Goods Council of South Africa, Ronald Berger, says they are investigating if there's any intentional adding of non-declared animal species on meat products. This after names of retailers whose meat was tested to determine its actual ingredients have been made public. Berger explains.
We are currently working together with the National Consumers Commissioner and his office with the investigation at the LBC. We are doing it in conjunction with our members to try and to determine the severity of this, and if there are those suppliers that are not our members that are adding it intentionally, to make sure we rectify the process and that they will label it on their products so that consumers can make an informative decision.
Sentencing procedures against 2 convicts in the terrorism case are underway in the Phalaborwa circuit of the High Court in Limpopo. Georgios Karatsiris and Martinez Forster have been found guilty of conspiring to commit acts of terrorism, being in possession of explosives and firearms, and desecrating the grave of ANC stalwart Norman Mashabane. Witness Tiva reports.
The defense kickstarted the court procedure by calling a clinical psychologist to address the court in mitigation of sentence. He is currently presenting a report on the clinical interview he conducted with George Kratsadis. The psychologist has described Kratsadis as a remorseful and friendly person who relates well with other people.
To other parts of the world, a series of car bomb attacks during the morning rush hour in several Iraqi cities has killed at least 20 people. More than 100 others have been wounded, and the number is expected to rise.